Hello and welcome to Motivational Speaking 101. Today we're going to teach you about motivational speaking and how to become motivated. So, let me introduce you to my co-anchor.
Alan Jones.
Joshua McCarthy.
Emily Jarman.
And I'm Dan Campbell.
James E. Faust said you cannot convert people beyond your own conversion. The same goes for motivation. So, you must motivate yourself before you can motivate others. And this is how you can do it.
One of the first aspects of motivating yourself is having the right mindset. If you wake up one day and find that your dreams are dead, you need to revitalize them and rekindle them. One of the problems that we all face is self-handicapping. This is how we do it. Okay, making excuses. Is it 2 P's?
Sorry.
We make excuses. We say, I can't do it, I shouldn't do it, I don't have time to do it. And we plan for failure. We think, oh, if I do this, probably I will fail. All of these things are self-handicapping. In order to have the right mindset, we need to be ready to embrace new things and unfamiliar things.
All right, to help illustrate our point, we have a baby elephant chained up to a pole in the ground. Now this illustration, this example, I read about in Kurt Mortensen's book, Persuasion IQ. Now, the concept behind this is the baby elephant is tied up to this pole and he cannot get away. He tries and he tries and he tries, and his friends are like calling him, like beckoning him to come play, but he just can't pull away. And so, as the baby elephant grows to adulthood, which Emily Jarman has just grown our adult elephant, he obviously now has enough strength to pull the pole out of the ground and release himself from his bondage. But he doesn't do that, and he stays tied up, he stays bound. And that is because he has learned over time, helplessness. Now, one of the biggest ways to reverse this learning effect is to learn how to dream big.
But dreaming big in and of itself isn't going to help you make your dreams a reality. The thing about having passion is that it needs something to allow it to grow. The same thing is with a rushing river. A rushing river isn't able to generate electricity without a framework that allows us to harness that energy. And so when we have passion, the framework that we talk about then is what we call a vision, which then we can break down into goals and then a plan. See, this is what missionaries experience when they are called to learn a new mission language. They have this desire, this vision, to learn this language and to help lots of people doing so. But then they need to break that vision down into goals, long-term goals, and then down into short-term goals, and shorter-term goals, and shorter-term goals, until they have a daily plan that they can act on. When we have a daily plan, or a weekly plan, a semester-long plan, a yearly plan that we can act on, that's when we can see ourselves grow. And that's the best part about having a plan, a vision that we've broken down, is that we can see ourselves grow, see ourselves making progress. That's motivating, that's inspiring. And so that's why having a plan, having goals are crucial to us being able to reach our visions.
So, after you had created a passion and a goal, just like we were talking about earlier, there are other ways that you can be motivated. A way that I motivate myself is by surrounding yourself with motivated people. For an example, our friend here, Dallin, very unmotivated. But if we were able to go and be a part of his life, come over. Hey, Dallin. Hey, man, what's up?
Hey,
You doing okay?
I'm doing great.
Dude, do you want to go play some football right now?
Yeah, let's
Let's go work our bodies. There are several ways that you can motivate one another. One is by having a friend to help motivate you.
See you, Dan. Hey guys, what are you up to right now? You guys working on anything?
No.
You guys aren't doing any homework or anything? Like
2 more days of classes. We're
Homework?
done.
Are you kidding me?
I was thinking maybe last semester push we could
I'm
get
so
something
done with
done.
this semester. I'm gonna fail anyway. I don't even care anymore.
In contrast to what Dane was saying, you can have opposite effects if you
Have you played this game
surround
before?
yourself with unmotivated people. So, relating back to what Dane said, it's crucial that you surround yourself with people that are motivated and have passion for what they're doing, unlike Emily and Josh here.
We've been talking so far about how you motivate yourself personally. And we as motivators, that's our first step. But once we've learned how to motivate ourselves personally and how to maintain that motivation, we then can apply those principles to helping other people. So now what we'd like to do is share with you a motivation system developed by Persuasion Institute. It's a system that allows us to understand what motivates us, where that motivation comes from, and then how we can use that motivation to draw that kind of inspiration out of other people. It's based on a system of 4 quadrants. These represent 4 different kinds of motivation, and they all share different qualities. For example, there are 2. Where does this motivation come from? Does it come from inside of us? Or does it come from outside of us, from other sources, other people? This is those 2 differences. We also have, well, negative and positive. Often we call this desperation and inspiration. And here in the middle, you'll have what we call complacency. This is when you have no motivation to do anything. College students can probably relate. Complacency obviously doesn't get anything done. And so we have these 4 different kinds of motivation. External, again, being things that come out from around us. Internal, from our own emotions, from our own desires. Negative, obviously there can be negative influences and positive influences. So what we want to do now is share with you the differences between these different kinds of motivation and how they work, why they work, and why some are better than others.
I'll be talking about external desperation, or the upper left hand of the culture. I think we all have experienced this because it's also known as fear or forced motivation. I think we can all relate to this either if we had a mean coach or an angry boss, either if we didn't do the play right, we had to run a lap, or if we didn't get a work assignment done on time or not properly, we were humiliated or even threatened to be fired. Stephen Covey said, "Motivation is a fire from within. If someone else tries to light that fire under you, chances are it will burn very briefly." I think that this is terrible because fear never goes along with passion. If we can relate this back to the sports, a kid that loves sports, loves basketball, will go out and shoot free throws all day, and he'll love it. He'll be motivated to get better at free throws. But if you have the coach that says if you miss a free throw, you're gonna run laps until you make them. There's a huge difference because one, that kid will want to shoot free throws if he's truly passionate about it on his free time. But once that kid, if he's motivated by fear, loses that coach or moves on to another team, he won't be as motivated to work on free throws. So this is a perfect example of why you should stay away from the fear of forced motivation.
To help you further understand what Dallin just described, here's an example of motivation by fear.
Hey Josh, what's up, man? I got you some cookies.
Oh, thanks, but I'm hungry right now.
Come on, man. Just eat them.
I'm okay. I already.
Dude, come on. If you don't eat these, we're not gonna be friends anymore. I won't talk to you. Take the cookies, or else.
Okay.
See, wasn't it worth it? Don't you love them?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Honestly, the reason I ate the cookie was purely out of fear. Dallin was seriously making me afraid for my life. I couldn't go against that.
So, another way of motivating is an internal negative motivation, and that would go right here. And it is known as your duty or your obligation to do this thing. So, your duty is an inward way of motivating yourself to do something that you necessarily don't have a passion for. You know, it's not on this side, it's not a positive thing. It is a negative kind of motivation. And like Josh was saying earlier, it doesn't last. It won't make you happy in the long run. A good example of this was for high school. I was on a sports team, I was playing football, and we had to do early morning practices at 5 o'clock. The only reason I got up was so that it was my duty to be there for the team. I had to be there to work out, to be with the team, and my coaches required it. So I didn't love it. And yes, it helped me in the long run. I was motivated to improve, but it wasn't something that I could have kept doing my whole life. So doing things out of your duty is not a permanent state. So some other examples of, doing it duty, could be, your calling at church. If you're not loving it, then it becomes more of a duty thing, and we need to change that. Home teaching is a great example. A lot of people only do their home teaching so that they can get a check that they did it, and they wait till the end of the month. That is a duty motivation and not a positive. And we want to try to change that.
Good day.
Oh, hey, Josh.
Today's the last day of the month. We need your home teaching.
Oh, it's already the end of the month?
I know, it comes by fast.
Dang.
But we definitely can't miss. We were barely in last month. Emily's counting us.
All right, what do you want to do?
Well, I looked over the message this time. It's really good, but I'm going to share that.
Sure, that, maybe a scripture or something like that.
How about those cookies, too?
Oh, yeah. Let's go get them to her. All right. Well, that's good. Thank you for allowing us into your home, Emily.
Yeah, thanks for coming. That was nice.
No problem. And we made some cookies for you.
Maybe cookies.
Yeah, here.
Oh, that was so nice.
No problem.
It's our duty to take care of you, and so we just wanted to.
You're so great.
Yeah, definitely.
Trying to feed you, Get you some.
Definitely, you should
sugar.
try them right now.
I already had my 2,200 calories today. So
You're on a diet?
yeah.
Well, you don't need to worry about that.
Don't worry, these are sugar
No, I
free.
probably shouldn't. I didn't brush my teeth.
It's all good.
You know, like the weird taste. If you eat something sweet after you brush your teeth.
Emily,
But we gave
I
these.
made these myself.
It's
Try
already-
one. At least try one.
It's already half eaten.
But at least try it. Come on.
Okay.
Yeah?
That's,
All right.
That's really good. Thanks.
Well, we'll see you
you
next
guys
month.
are great.
Bye, Emily.
Honestly, I did not want to eat that cookie. I just wanted them to leave. I guess I felt guilty.
So we talked about negative motivation, this desperation. Let's move into a more positive outlook. The next one that we'll talk about today is positive external motivation, which we often relate to love, respect. This is when, due to other influences, we feel a sense of love, respect, admiration, a desire to do something because we actually want to do it for a good reason. For example, if we were to take the example of a calling or home teaching and do it for the right reason, we realize we really love these people, we really want to help them. And so that becomes positive external motivation. This is also why we could say that we believe in God. We follow what He says because we respect Him. We do the same for our parents or for other leaders. When we respect them, we want to follow them. So this is what we call positive external motivation. So here's an example. Hey, Dylan.
Hey Josh, what's up, man?
Nothing, but your mom just sent a care package for you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, let me go get it for you.
Sick.
Hey, the cookies.
Yes. Yes.
Homemade cookies. How about that?
Man, my mom made these.
Well, that's what it said.
Man, they look a little burned.
Huh.
Man.
Feel ya. But you're gonna eat it. But yeah, they might be a little burnt, but Think about it. Your mom
Yeah.
spent so much time out of love making those for you.
Yeah, she is she's like my hero. I mean, she does everything for me. Least I could do probably
Yeah.
enjoy these, right?
Yeah. That'd make you really happy.
No, they're not half bad.
Yeah?
No.
Awesome.
Yeah, I just ate the cookies because I thought about how much I love my mom and how much I respect the things she does for me. And so it was just the least I could do to eat those cookies out of the love that I have for her.
Emily, you're up. Emily.
What up, guys? So, the last one we're going to talk about is internal positive motivation, which is passion. This one is the best. This one works so well because it comes from you and you love it. You love what you do. You found your purpose in life. And then, like, let's say you are passionate about your job. You wake up in the morning, you jump out of bed because it is what you love to do. You are so excited to go to work, to see your employees, to do your paperwork. It is like your life. So let's show an example of that. Dane!
Hi, Emily.
Hey! I got some cookies. You want some?
I'm okay. I've been trying to cut back a little bit.
Dude, they're chocolate chip. I know you
No.
love chocolate chip.
Dude, chocolate chip cookies are my reason to live.
Hit them up.
Oh. Okay. Oh man.
So good.
Oh. I freaking love chocolate chip cookies. It seriously is my greatest passion in life.
After knowing all these things, the real question is, what kind of motivator are you going to be now? Or what kind of motivator do you want to be motivated by? We talked about earlier, motivation is key when you're around people that are also motivated. So what kind of motivation tactics are you going to choose to include or not include? I think it's very important that we focus on this half of the spectrum. Focus on things that you love or you respect or things that you're truly passionate about. It's super important that you can connect with people on a personal level so you can find out these things and you can know which direction to take them, which direction not to go. It's also critical that you don't motivate by fear or force. Don't threaten people because that, like we talked about earlier, is not the most effective way. But if we can learn how to get people passionate about things, or we can tug at their heartstrings and get them to respect or find things that they love to do, it will be awesome. And it will really, really, really motivate people, and this will have huge impacts in the very end.
Okay. You understand all the basics of this. I'm going to help you understand it on just a little deeper of a level. So this side, negative emotion, that pulls from the logical side of your brain. This side, positive, that pulls from your emotions. And that is why this side is often more effective. So the closer we move to pulling from the emotions and away from logic, the more the motivation becomes permanent and long-lasting. As we've discussed before, if you are doing something just because of a leader who makes you afraid, as soon as that leader is gone, you will not do that thing anymore. If you are doing something because you love it, it's coming from your inner emotions, your emotions are going to stay with you. It's part of who you are, and you will keep doing that thing. Dale Carnegie once said, "The royal road to a man's heart is to talk to him about the things he treasures most." These are effective because it's coming from you, not from anyone else. So no matter what is going on, you can remain motivated.
And an important thing to remember as we're talking about this motivation system is that it can be a progressional model. It's important that we as motivators go to where people are. If they have passion, we can pull that out of them. But if they don't have passion, what do? We can't just create something out of nothing. So it's important to realize that if they don't have passion, then let's go back a step. They have things that they love, that they respect, people that they admire. Can we pull that out of them? That might be even kind of difficult. Then we can go into duty. We can pull from their sense of obligation, or what makes them right as a human being. But sometimes we may just need to go right down to fear, or to ask them to remember why they're doing these things. And this is something that we see in motivators for all throughout history, all throughout the world. It's important for us too to realize that sometimes this is necessary. But as Don and Emily have been saying today, this isn't where we want to stay. The ideal is becoming the passionate motivator, someone who can motivate people because it's what they believe in, because of what they want to do. And insofar as you do that, you can be a powerful motivator too.
So, in conclusion, to wrap things up, this is how we can motivate people. This is how we are going to motivate our friends, our families, those we love. And we want to do it out of love and respect and passion. We want to be towards the positive side. So today we used, the analogy of a cookie, which is silly, but the principles are real. And as we go out and we motivate others, we'll make a difference in this world. Have a Merry Christmas.